Origi Muigithie Medakogidia Harehodeori. And this is Dr. Paul M. Kibicho, PhD, QB, HSC, official YouTube channel, Facebook page, and TikTok page. I hope now, Madam Mary, I'm clear. Please confirm whether I'm clear, because I want everybody to listen to this live podcast. Everybody to hear, or rather to listen to this live podcast. I'll be very happy to hear that the sound is okay. Confirm from that end. Is the sound okay? If it is okay, then my dear viewer, once again, I want to welcome you to this particular discussion. Na umuthi ngwenda twarie maundu maria mathumburaga andu aingi muno ngoro-ini ciao. Na tondu nĩmbere tondũ mwarimu wa maundu megie mbeca, ndamuhoya mundu wothe agethikĩrĩria. Wambe weheria kĩndũ gĩtagwo ma feelings na ũrĩa andũ anyu maugaga, tondũ ũrĩa andũ anyu maugaga tiguo gũkoragwo kũhana. Ũrĩa andũ anyu maugaga tiguo gũkoragwo kũhana mũtũrĩre-inĩ. Na mundu wothe ũgũthĩna, excuse me, let me just adjust my Facebook page because I want them to see me properly as well. Andũ aingĩ arĩa muonaga magĩthĩna gũkũ mũhuro wa riũa-rĩ, matithĩnaga tondũ matiũĩ. Ciĩgwatio nĩcio tũrĩ nyingĩ mũno. Nyambe ndĩmũrie kĩũria kĩrĩa ngwambĩte kũria na hau kabere. Niĩ Kibicho ndikũigithia mbeca ciakwa, reke ndĩcige rungu rwa ũrĩrĩ, reke ndĩcige rungu rwa matrithi. Mũndũ wothe waragia ũguo, ndaragia ũguo nĩ kũmenya, aragia ũguo nĩ kũrigwo. Na njĩraga andũ arĩa matarĩ kanyamu me thĩna mũingĩ mũno, na ti kũmacambia, ndanakorwo itarĩ, na nĩ njũĩ ti kwenda mũndũ endaga gũkorwo atarĩ, no mũndũ ũtarĩ kĩndũ. Andũ arĩa matarĩ kanyamu nĩ makoragwo na thĩna mũingĩ mũno, na maragia ũrĩa mũndũ akwenda kwaria. Ndamba kũmũria kĩũria kĩmwe kĩhũthũ tu. Ndoria atĩrĩrĩ, kũu ũigĩte mbeca ciaku-rĩ, akorwo nĩ bengi-rĩ, nĩ andũ maciroraga. Kũu ũigĩte mbeca ciaku gwa sacco nĩ andũ maciroraga. Kũrĩa ũthiaga kũgũra mũgũnda, ndũthiaga kũgũra na mũgũnda na hiti, ũthiaga kũgũra na mũgũnda na mũndũ. Ta Kibicho ũguo ndĩraria. Institutions ici nene muonaga nene ta bengi ici tuonaga nene irĩ ngumo, KCB, Equity, Cooperative Bank, Bank of Baroda, ciothe icio muonaga ciambĩrĩirio nĩ andũ. Kĩrĩa Ngai ekire no kũhe andũ meciria magĩtũma moke na idea ya kwambĩrĩria kĩndũ gĩtagwo ma institutions macio. O ta ũguo Kibicho na board yake mokire na mũbango wa kĩndũ gĩtagwo Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. Nĩngwenda kũmwĩra kaũndũ kahũthũ mũno atĩ gũtonga ti kĩo kĩraihu. Tondũ ngĩrora andũ arĩa mahũraga mahiga Kware mokagĩra kĩroko tene mũno makahũra mahiga macio na njĩra nene mũno. Gũtonga nĩ kiugo relative. Na nĩgetha ũkĩrie ũtonga waku-rĩ, njũragia andũ kĩũria kĩhũthũ mũno. Ona inyuĩ no ngũmũria mũthenya wa ũmũthĩ. Na my question is very simple. Ngũria atĩrĩrĩ, rĩrĩa ũkũigua ngĩkwĩra ũigithie mbeca ciaku-rĩ, ndikwĩraga ũigithie mbeca tondũ ndiũĩ gĩtũmi gĩa kũigithia mbeca. Thank you very much those liking my YouTube channel, those liking my Facebook page, and those, of course, subscribing to my YouTube channel. So, and of course, TikTok page. I want to appreciate all of you. Thank you very much for the likes. I really appreciate. But allow me, before we continue, ladies and gentlemen, to give what we call a caveat. There are some people whose business is to come and, of course, look for a platform to vent their anger and their frustrations in life by coming and insulting others on the social media handles. I would kindly request them to get out of this line. If your business is to come and talk nonsense, we are people who do not actually buy nonsense. We do not subscribe to things that don't add value. So my conversation is to those people who are interested in making a move in their lives. So those people who are called time wasters, those people who speak nonsense, those people whose business is just to formate what we call venom, they are not welcome in my social handle. And I say that one with a lot of humility because you are all aware that we have some individuals who have nothing between their 2 ears. So I'm addressing people who can be able to listen and people who can make sense out of a statement made. So my question has always been one: how come we do not learn? So those particular institutions, people give all manner of excuses that I do not want to join this particular investment outfit because there was an outfit that was started by another group of people and it collapsed. That is arguing from what we call a platform, or rather below sea level. That argument is below sea level. Below sea level, meaning because how many people have died and you are still living? So if you were to argue that you're not going to live because others died, then your presence here is actually a contradiction of your thoughts. So you cannot say that you not enter into a matatu, because several matatus have actually claimed people's lives and others have been maimed, and therefore you'll walk from here to Mombasa. That kind of an argument does not hold water in 21st century. One of the things that I like reminding people to do in life, I have told people to embrace what we call entrepreneurial minds. Entrepreneurial minds basically means you must continually take risks in life. If you don't take a risk, then you'll not make it in this life. And I can tell you at a confidence level of 99.5% or level of significance at 98.71%, degrees of freedom 5 and standard deviation 0.008%. Why? Because our company called Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited has been there for 4 years. We thank God we have been there for 4 years. When we started this particular company, the naysayers, the skepticals, the pessimists, they said all manner. They actually gave all manner of discussions. They cast aspersions on us. Little did they know that we had serious people who really trusted us. And I want to take this particular area opportunity to thank all those investors with Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. We have got, on behalf of my board of directors, I want to say thank you very much, because you trusted us with a lot of money. We have paid you dividends for the last 3 years. We are even going to pay dividends next year, possibly the second week of January. We'll be announcing that date in the course of this month. So we can tell you for sure that when we began this journey, many are they who had cast their doubts on what we were doing. Today, we have already been vindicated by time. So I'm urging all of you listening to me today to think about it in this manner. If today, when your health is fully at its peak, you are struggling financially, what crisscrosses your minds when you look at yourself 10, 15 years to come? If you are 40 years today and you still have children that you are paying school fees for, and you are still struggling financially, you are still renting a house, you are still living on what we call rented space, then this information is meant for you. I'll tell you this for free without fear of any repercussions. That if you have been working for more than 15, 20 years and you have nothing tangible in your life, you are a perfect example of somebody who requires what we call financial literacy clinic. Financial literacy clinic means you need to be taught how to handle your money. Because if you're 45, 50 years, I know some of us people, we may argue, because the easiest route in life is that of excuses. I'm okay, I'm doing well. I have a plot that I bought at Kamuru with 50 by 100 in the year 2000. So what is this gentleman saying? We appreciate you have a plot. But the question is this: that plot that you have will require money if you want to put up a house, whether commercial or residential. And more often than not, because most of us people, we are not privileged to be closer to the public coffers. And if you know, when I talk about public coffers, I hope you understand more, just like I do, that you have got no luxury of getting access to free money, which is being stolen by some individuals out there. You may take a loan of maybe 10 years to clear. You take a loan to put up a house, either to live in. That house that you have put maybe 10, 15 million shillings in will never give you a return on investment. And I've been telling people, if you are 45 years or 50 years of age, and you have got an access to 5 million or 7 million shillings loan, do not go building a house. My advice is this: invest that money, and the return on investment will be able to lend you a good, comfortable house in a very secure, serene place. Because by the end of the day, what you require is a roof on top of your head. And some people may think that I'm talking like this because of what we call whatever reason it is. But I want to remind all of you that it doesn't make any sense for you to go looking for 15 million shillings when you are 45 years to put a house. At 45 years, you are already too late. At 45 years, your time in the space, your children are already getting to colleges, universities, and therefore that house that you have put up for 15 million shillings will only end up being occupied by you and your spouse. That doesn't make any economic sense, not at all. So what you need to do is to ensure that that amount of money, you can go and secure a plot somewhere, either at Sagana, either at Keno, either at Maganjo, is it called Maganja? You can even go to this company, which is called Uwesolad Company Limited. They are my friend. Uwesolad Company Limited will give you a very nice plot at Maganja, if it's called Maganja. They can give you a plot at a place called Sagana, Riadera, or Lukanga at around 600, 700,000 shillings. And that money, let me tell you this, that plot, you can build some lentils. You can build even at Keno. You can even build at Kamulu. You can even build at Kitengela, wherever it is. Invest money. Investment is movable. So that if you have got 15 million Kenya shillings, you buy a plot at a maximum 3 million, you put up 10 units with the 12 million shillings, they'll be giving you a minimum rental income of 150,000 Kenya shillings. So what does that one mean? You have guaranteed passive income. Guaranteed passive income basically means, Mr. Anthony Boro Kiwa Katal Doha. It means that you have what we call guaranteed income the rest of your life. And remember, those rentals continually appreciate. So you'll be increasing what we call the rentals, the rental charges. And for that matter, you'll be able to look for a house where you can live comfortably. Who will be financing your rent? These are the tenants who will be financing your rent. So if you're earning 150,000 shillings, you can actually take 50,000 shillings to be for the rent for that particular house that you're renting. Then commit 50,000 shillings. You can now take another loan. For information, you can still use the 50,000 shillings to take a loan now to build your permanent house because you have already created an income which is not disturbing you. I want you to see the matrix here before I talk about Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. And please remember what I'm telling you, it has been tested and proven. The only person who has not done so is you, because you are still swimming in the ocean of what we call doubts, misbelief, disbelief. And of course, there are three things that makes especially Kikuyus to flop in life. One, Kenyalano, Oirano, no Hodania. Those are the only things that makes Kenyans, especially people of my tribesmen, to fail miserably. To fail because what they start downplaying whatever idea. So let me come to another point here that I want you to understand. That one of the things that I want you to appreciate and understand is the fact that when you start investing money, for instance, with Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, you only require 1 year, just 1 year alone. 1 year is enough. You start earning what we call returns on your investment. So if, for instance, you have got 2 million Kenya shillings, and we are currently paying at 14%, that gives you what we call 280,000 shillings. Now, out of your 280,000 shillings, you can tell us to divide that money by 12. You are assured of getting approximately 23,500 every month. So you are assured of an income, passive income. Passive income basically means you are not putting your energy and time in that particular investment vehicle. The vehicle is giving you returns, and what you require as you age is you don't require plots, you require cash flow. Cash flow means you can be able to access any medical facility in the Republic of Kenya. You can be able to eat balanced diet. You can dress nicely. You can be able to visit Mombasa or those other wild destinations comfortably without necessarily borrowing money from your friends. And that's what we refer to as getting passive income that takes you to the next level in life. So I am welcoming all of you because I had 15 minutes for you to actually take your phone and make an inquiry. Because the Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge because they have refused to seek it. So at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we are managing almost 1 billion shillings for our members. And you see, just like when you join a circle and you are paid dividends depending on your deposits, depending on your share capital, we shall also declare a dividend at, maybe call it a dividend or return on investment at 14%, but of what you have invested. So if you sow sparingly, you reap sparingly. That's what the Bible says. And again, the Bible says, during the times of your ignorance, I overlooked. So you people listening to me today, if you don't take a step, and of course you make inquiries from us, Quest Pinnacle will continually grow. Because, people have this attitude, I'm not going to join Kebisho's Quest Pinnacle. If you don't join, others do. It is just like political parties. If you don't belong to UDA, there are those who belong to UDA. That's a fact. If you don't belong to DCP, there are those who belong to DCP. A fact. And I'm being told that there is no sound, and Mary never confirmed to me. Is that the position, Mary, that there is no sound on my computer? The sound is okay. I've been made to understand the sound is okay. So what I'm saying is this. Let me tell you, if you don't have a piece of land, don't think it is everybody who doesn't have a piece of it. Is you as an individual. Life is personal, just like success is personal. Welcome to Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, where we give you a leeway, where we give you a platform to start investing money with us. You can start with as little as 100,000 shillings, and you keep on topping up any amount of money that comes your way. We call minimum top-ups. You can top up as little as 2,000, 3,000 your account. And when you build the account, that is basically how you grow your investments. That is how you grow. Thank you very much. Positive vibe for saying that sound is okay. Thank you very much. So one of the things maybe which is an issue. So one of the things that I want to thank you very much, Mr. Mucii. Very clear, great insight. So Madam Tuigithie, you need to address, you need to attach to your gadget because I tend to think it has issues. So let me conclude by telling you this. And I'm going to give you philosophy. I want to inject wisdom into your minds. Let me inject wisdom into your mind if you look at it from that perspective. How much money have you earned ever since you entered into employment space or into business space? You can't even quantify. It's a lot of money that you have earned. What can you see today to justify the amount of money you have made in the past? The only thing that can justify the amount of money that you have made in the past is by having tangible investments. You can wake up one morning and say specifically, I have already saved with Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited 5 million Kenya shillings, and I'm expecting 700,000 Kenya shillings next year in the month of January. That is quantifiable. If you bought a piece of land, you developed it either commercially or residentially, we still salute you because you can be able to account for the pennies that you made. That's for a fact. If you have educated your children to the levels that they are in, we can comfortably say that you have seen what your money has done. If you bought a car, we can comfortably say that we can see the car that you bought. But those people who enjoyed, the enjoyment was archaic. You went to what you call bypasses, you bought people beer, you became famous, you became popular, but you have nothing to show. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we continually validate your life economically. What do I mean by validating your life economically? There is nothing as motivating as seeing your investments grow. We started by giving a return at 12.75% net. We went to 13% net. We went to 13.5% net. We are now giving 14% net. And we are still here in the universe. We are still in planet Earth. We have not relocated. We invested in our offices at millions of shillings so that you can see that we are not a briefcase institution. We are an institution which is deeply entrenched in what we call corporate governance principles, transparency, and accountability. So welcome to Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. And when you come to Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we assure you nothing short of excellent and life-on and parallel service. So at Quest Pinnacle, let me inject some sense. Wahenga wakisema haba na haba hujaza kibamba. What comes teaching time saves 9. Rome was not built in a day. So your past life in terms of what you've been able to accumulate. Are you comfortable? If I gave you a plain paper to write your own personal composition, would it excite you? Would it make you feel happy? Or would it make you feel remorseful? You feel guilty? And you feel like you have wasted your time? Welcome to this particular investment. Whoever is calling me should give me a break. I'm actually live on my YouTube channel. And I'm live on my various social handles. And sometimes, I don't know. So let me not go there. So we do not have job opportunities for now at Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, maybe unless otherwise advised, let alone. So one of the things that we want you people to do is to ensure that, remember, the second miracle from converting water into wine is the miracle of compound interest. Those people who never took their dividends, they earned what we call hefty dividends. They'll be earning what we call compounded dividends come next year. So it is up to you. Paul Kebicho, I have been in this space for 33 years. So if you think that I'm coming to this space, I came to this space the other day, you are completely mistaken. And I remind people, I have never been taken to a police station to be taken fingerprints because of stealing. I don't steal. Whatever I have labored for it. And those people who know me, they know what I'm talking about. So if you think that your money will be stolen, kindly stay with it. We want those people with positive minds. We want those people who have got what we call the growth mindset, and people who know that if you want to grow your money, you must operate using other people's money. So we have been able to give that good handsome return, 14%, because we have a bargaining power. So if you go to any financial institution, we have a billion, they'll listen to you and they'll take you seriously. When you go to a bank with your 1 million, they are giving you 7% per annum, and they subject your money to further taxation in terms of withholding tax or excise duty. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we are giving you 14% net. 14% net basically means that we are giving you a return, a return which is net percent, having removed all the various taxes. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we are taking you to another level. We are not investing our money locally. We are investing money in offshore economic space. When we talk about offshore economic space, other nations, they are not going through the same challenge going through today. They are not going through what we call the levels of corruption, which have been of Kenya. They are not going through what we call political turmoils. That from the day we to date election, which is actually Kenya is always in election mood. Investors are running away. So when the investors run away, we are able to work with them wherever they are because they are sober-minded and we make money for you. And because my business is what we call, I manage knowledge, I'm able to invest your money where you get what we call return on investment, which makes you go all the way smiling to the bank. We are already 4 years. We are managing more than almost $1 billion Kenya shillings for people who are serious investors. If with your retro money you think that Kebishwa is going to take you to the what we call 14%, we are giving you 14%. Getahi, you must appreciate. When we talk of 14% net, we are saying that is what we are giving now for the investors who have been with us for the whole of this year. From January to the return can even go far. So ever since we started Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, our trajectory has been on what we call positive gear. So we started with 12.75% 2022, came to 13% in 2023, 13.5% in 2024. We are now giving at 14% in 2025. Of course, any investment, the only thing that we guarantee you is that your investment has what we call capital preservation element. Let me start by explaining to you what capital preservation element means. Capital preservation means when you bring $1 million Kenyan shillings, irrespective of what we call the economic shocks, your 1 million is intact. And like when you buy what we call stocks and shares, which they keep on fluctuating depending on a host of issues that I'm not going to talk about for now. So your principal is guaranteed that if you gave us 1 million, your 1 million is there. So the only thing that keeps on changing depending on the performance of the investment is the return on investment. However, I cannot sit here, Pretty, and tell you that is guaranteed. We would not use the word guaranteed in an investment vehicle. Why? Because there are so many, we have got what we call so many things that come into play that may affect what we call the performance. But for now, having gone there for the last now 10 months, we are assuring you, Madam Guoya, that we'll give you at 14%. Let me inject some sense into you. Again, do you know, unlike other investment vehicles that we have allowed, where they tell you that you have to invest for a minimum period of 6 months, long period, here you can even put your money for 3 months if you want to get your money comfortably. So you don't have to keep your money for 8 months. Knows that you make returns on investments based on the period you have invested your money. So if you expect to get what we call very handsome returns. So, however, in the event, we can even calculate your returns on monthly basis. Even we can narrow down to daily basis, daily yield. But because anybody who joins Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, thank you very much for your likes. Mwangi, Kadito, thank you so much. Chris N, thank you so much. Jokifiki, thank you very much. Mwangi wa Irongo, thank you so much. Major Big, thank you so much. Reddington Expeditions, thank you very much. Kibbs Pranis, please start calling himself like me, Kibbs. Mr. Sherry, thank you very much. Ketigetau, thank you. Modamaki Goma. Okay, Franklin, thank you very much for the likes. Shade Mokiri, please follow me. Thank you very much. Dueri Getonga, thank you very much. Tony, thank you so much. Woman Hope, thank you very much. Graza03, I can see you there. Sela Kemani, thank you so much for your likes. Suroni, thank you very much. By Raw, thank you. Wefe, thank you so much. My mentor, thank you so much. Nyeri to the world, thank you. Duke, thank you so much. Says the jeweler, thank you very much. I don't know. Betty Muso, thank you very much. Pauline Jenga, thank you very much. Muyu Samuel Shege, thank you very much. I can see that you are watching. That is my boss. Elda Muirori Shege, thank you so much. That's my boss, actually. For those who don't know, I have a boss. I have Elder Samuel as my immediate boss, and I respect him. He's also an elder in PCA congregation. Thank you very much, Dr. Kamau Alanet. Anybody within Nakuru, animals with issues, healthy issues, if you want to get what we call animals, if your pets are sick, if your cows are sick, if your sheep and goats are sick, kindly contact Kamau Alanet. Dr. Kamau Alanet is a very well experienced. Ruth Meregetai, thank you very much for wherever you are. Let me come to again Moreidi Gary, thank you very much. Anthony Boro, among others. Let me bring this show to a close as I conclude. So if you are there and you have not invested your money, you are doing yourself a lot of disservice. The money belongs to you. And if you want to grow, you can't grow alone. Allow me to quote the words of Mheshimiwa Dede Nyoro, Samson Dede Nyoro, the MP for Kiharu, who has done a commendable job. And no matter what people say about Mheshimiwa Honorable Dede Nyoro is a leader to watch. Dede Nyoro speaks very little. He speaks less, but he has done a lot. He's a man of action. He's a man that even if he occupied the high office, I would have no doubts in him in terms of delivery. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa Dede Nyoro. You are a man of few words, but I like your approach to issues. I like the way you do your things. I like the way you have actually uplifted the people of Kiharu. That's what we call leadership in terms of schools, in terms of feeding programs, in terms of infrastructure. You do not spend your time talking politics. I have never heard you talk about politics. That's what we call leadership. We do not want leadership where leaders who are always out there talking and they are doing nothing. So we appreciate you. So thank you very much, Mheshimiwa Dede Nyoro. Your work has been quite good. So let me say this. I'm echoing the words of Mheshimiwa Dede Nyoro. Whereas I am an advocate of people owning a piece of land somewhere, you cannot put all your money in land, because keeping your money in land, you can go hungry with a piece of land in a prime area. Because for you to make money, you need, for that plot to be bought, it's a process. You need to have a lawyer. Due diligence must be made. In that particular span of time, what's happening in your life? So you require to invest money where you have near cash. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, we allow you to access your money as early as anytime you want your money, but I have already given you what we call the need to let your money grow. Because if your intention is to let your money grow, this is the place to be. At Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, kindly do not hesitate to call us and get more information. You can call our number, which is 0116 13 13 13, 0116 13 13 13, 0713 534 65, 0713 534 65. You can even call me directly in my office number, 0753 855 243. If you call that number, it will directly come to my office. I'll be able to respond to you. In the event you want to text me, kindly text me, because most of the times I'm out of there. I am actually doing something out there. You can text me on 0722 633 021, 0722 633 021. A quick one. Why do you invest? Why, as I bring this show to a close, 5 reasons why you need to invest. One, you need to invest so that you can have what to acquire assets. You can only get assets out of investments. So if you want to start a business, you require to have capital. You do not necessarily have to borrow. You can invest. You can have a dream. You can have what we call a plan. People plan. Planning, we say prior proper planning prevents poor performance. So if at the back of your mind, you want to have what we call a business, you can start saving your money with Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited. We shall midwife your dream. So it is to acquire assets. Number two, you require to plan to invest money for your own retirement. At retirement, you require a lot of money. And I've been telling people that, and please underline this, that growing old is mandatory. Even to the ones listening to me right now who will do nothing, growing old is mandatory. But growing up is optional. So it's up to you. Are you only growing in terms of chronological age, or are you also growing in terms of investment base? So you also invest money for retirement, because retirement is coming. And soon and very soon. Just the other day, I was 40. Now I'm over 50. The other day, I was 30. Now I'm over 50. Just the other day, my children were young. Today, I have got Gen Zs in my house, Alpha and Millennials. So make sure that you save for your retirement. And don't think that educating your son or your daughter, you are investing in them. You are not investing. Educating your daughter or your son is not an investment. You are only fulfilling the parental obligation. You need to ask yourself, how much do you send to your parents if they are alive? And if you do, how often do you send it? And over and above all, look at how much money you send to them. And you sit plenty in your couch, you sit plenty in your office like this one of mine, thinking that my daughters Wangari Wamboi, Michelle Nyambura, Carlo will come helping me during my old age. You are completely mistaken. You are living in the era of Homo habilis, Homo sapiens, and Homo erectus. Therefore, do not, and because you bore them, it was an accident. You deliberately decided to get 3, 4, 5, 6. You knew the consequences of getting those children. So do not think that your children will become financial welfare support system when you grow old. Start planning for your old at the time. And the place to invest your money in is Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures Limited, because the returns are good, and we are in what we call offshore economic space, where we take advantage of what we call the law of peaceful environment, the law of people who know what they want in life, and over and above all, the law of large numbers. Point number 3, where you require to invest. You require to invest for your children's education. If you're a young parent, you need to invest money for education. Is expensive, my brother, my sister. If you're a continual, you must remember, if you have not been able to feed your 2 children, don't go getting more children. You should now convert your house into a friendly match Premier League, friendly match base of friendly match stadium, not a Premier League stadium, because Premier League has got several financial implications. So decide now, and to you, decide now what you want to do for your life. Decide now what days that you want. Decide the number of children. The Bible talks of us money for your children. What about your own Medicare? You require to invest money so that in the event your health deviates from norm, you have a place you can be able to land to for Medicare. And of course, finally, you require money for holiday. Who said that you were born at a place called Gashalage? You were born at a place called Donyoya. You were born at a place called Gedo. You were born at a place called Makwa, and you have lived in Makwa the whole of your lifetime. You're not doing well. You need to see the world. You need to travel. And to travel the world, you require money. And of course, finally, to lead a very nice life. You enjoy life. And to enjoy life, you need to be a planner. And with those many remarks, allow me to bring this to a close. I've given you my numbers. In the event you want to know anything from me, maybe I can take 3 or 4 questions. Remember this. Allow me first of all to check from my friends on Naukuje. Let me see, Ukuje Nakuru. That's somebody inviting me, Nakuru. Thanks, Daktari. Thank you very much. Wow, more laugh. Thank you very much. Very true. Thank you. Hello. I can see quite a number. Thanks for your encouraging words. God bless you. Thank you very much, Dr. Kivia. I once came to your office with my daughter, who has a master's degree and CPA. I see, I hear you. Another one is what is, how much do you start with? I've said 100,000 Kenya shillings, and you only require to call so that you can be given more guidance on what you need to do. Mheshimiwa, greetings from Kagio, Kirinyaga. Thank you very much. Nasipokea. Prof, you are always inspiring. Thank you very much. Kudos, thank you very much. At least nearly well presented. That is Buro, thank you very much. At least nowadays we have Vegetari, thank you very much. Then we have got Nearly to the World, thank you very much. Hi, my mentor, Suroni, thank you. Was with you to my inspire, thank you so much, Anthony. How much can one start? I've already answered that one. Good stuff, thank you very much. At least today now at Upusi hapa. I thank God for that. And thank you very much for your likes. 5,000 likes. Yes, I appreciate. Thank you so much. I'm reading here. What is the minimum? Of course, I've answered that one, my sister. I think you are seeing. I think you are seeing double. Okay, sometimes I do laugh because I'm human. I'm just fast forwarding what we call the comments on my TikTok page, and I'm bringing my phone close because of my age now. I'm an elder. I'm an elder. I'm a grandfather to one called Dorcas. So you wear 2 watches on the same hand. I don't know what that person wanted to mean, because I have only 1 watch, unless your eyes are actually producing 2 images. Once you require a statement to be given to you, and job or not really. What is the least amount? I have answered that one again. What is the cost of your ring? Oh, surely. A bit C4, because I'm C4. So the cost of my ring should not bother you, my brother. Think about how you can invest your money for you tomorrow. It has nothing to do with our discussion. Hi, And sorry, guys, I develop websites. If you know anyone who wants a website, reach out. Thank you very much. It is Nick. That's okay, Nick. I have no problem. You taking advantage. That is a person who has got what we call entrepreneurial minded skills. Thank you very much. I was with you. Thank you very much. So at that point, ladies and gentlemen, having given you my number, contact me on 0722 633 021. And I've already given you our office number lines at 0113 0116 13 13 13 0116 13 13 13. Quest Pinnacle Investment Ventures, home of investors. You can even call us on 0753 855 243. If not that one, 0713 534 65. And with those few remarks, thank you very much, Madam Veronica Dongo, who is watching. Saimo Amadani, thank you very much. The general deserves QB. We'll decide on that. And all of you people have been wonderful. Allow me to take this chance to thank all of you for having expressed your civility. When I talk about being civil means disciplined people who do not talk trash, who do not spit venom, who do not take advantage of our platforms to come and express their frustrations and vent their anger. So I thank God for all of you. My boss, you can see I'm here. I'll call you later after this, and I want to thank all of you. I speak blessings upon your lives, all of you, wherever you are. Thank you very much for following me. Kindly subscribe in my YouTube channel. Kindly subscribe on my Facebook page. Kindly subscribe on my TikTok page. Tutasoma mengi, mambo ni mingi. God bless you. Always a pleasure talking to you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Thank you.